The wolf pack, after escaping the battle with the Musk Ox, dragged their exhausted bodies across the ice. But they did not know that, from afar, the polar bear had already caught the scent of chaos, the scent of opportunity. The Arctic is not a place for survival, it is a machine that crushes every illusion of strength. The wind glides across the ice like invisible blades, carving freezing lines into flesh. The pale blue light stretches endlessly, forcing even the proudest creatures to shrink before the cruelty of this land. And in this vast white world, 4 creatures are being drawn into a chain of life and death collisions, with no room for mercy. Peregrine Falcon, the ruler of the sky with absolute speed. Arctic wolf, the white shadow of the blizzard, fighting with unity forged like steel. Arctic fox, the swift hunter of the wide snowfields. Polar bear, the solitary king of the Arctic, always striking at the perfect moment. The journey of the next 3 chapters begins at this dangerous turning point. High in the freezing sky, the Peregrine Falcon cuts sharp circles through the wind, its eyes locking onto every movement below. On the ground, the Arctic fox chased an Arctic hare across the deep snow, desperate for its first meal after days of starvation. 2 predators from 2 worlds, one in the air, one on the ground, were about to collide over a single target. The Peregrine Falcon vanished into the pale blue sky, leaving the Arctic fox dead on the snowfield, where the cold swallowed hope with every breath. In the Arctic, no one can celebrate too soon, because losing even a small battle means death is already standing behind your back. And the wind, as if warning deliberately, carried another scent, the smell of wolf fur soaked in blood, and the scent of a predator who does not know defeat. The wolf pack staggered through the white mist, their breaths trembling after an endless series of battles. They had never been this weak, and in the Arctic, exhaustion is not a flaw. It is an invitation to death. From behind, the polar bear watched their every step. It did not hurry. It was simply waiting for the moment when the pride of an entire wolf pack turned into a fatal opening. When the wolves lay dead across the snow, the polar bear stood alone among the cracked ice and the bodies of the fallen wolves, like a king without a throne of this frozen land. It did not rejoice in victory in the Arctic. Winning or losing is only the story of a single day. But the ground suddenly trembled, a signal that another creature was moving, and this time, the bear knew the next battle would not be easy. The Musk Ox herd sensed danger drifting in with the wind. An ancient instinct forced them to migrate through the night. In the chaos of movement, one individual fell behind, and in the Arctic, being separated from the herd means placing your life fully in the hands of nature. The polar bear, fresh from defeating the wolves, immediately recognized an opportunity to assert its dominance. The breath of the Musk Ox rose in thick pillars of frost. As the battle unfolded evenly, no one knew whether the polar bear was weakened from fighting the wolves or if the Musk Ox was simply too strong. No one won, no one lost. Both stood still, staring at one another, calculating the next move. And then, with force that seemed to shake the entire Arctic, they charged at each other once more. And tomorrow will always be colder than today.